Mark Chalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today we're doing a featured presentation for Bring a Trailer exclusively on our 1976 Ford Bronco 4x4 Custom. You might recognize MS Classic Cars or myself from the 1971 Datsun 240Z that we sold on Bring a Trailer a few months ago. So you understand we put a lot of effort into what we do. We specialize in number 1 and number 2 condition vehicles. And every vehicle that we have, we completely service, which is documented with an invoice. We're the only dealership who does that. And we also detail these cars to perfection. We get every car as clean as we possibly can from top to bottom. We have only owned 2 Broncos at MS Classic Cars. One of the Broncos set a world record at Barrett-Jackson that we're really proud of. So I completely understand quality when I see it, and this is the definition of quality. Besides this being a high quality build, it's also super fun to drive. It runs beautiful, it drives beautiful. It's just something I'm really proud of. So what I want to do is kind of go over this a little bit with you here. Broncos are notorious for rust issues. A lot of people put them back together incorrectly. They're real sloppy, tons of Bondo, things like that. They do mediocre paint jobs, a lot of them. This particular one was a vehicle that needed a lot of restoration and body work, so it made sense to go with a fiberglass tub, which was done at the beginning of the build process. It was ordered by Terra Comp, and the entire tub is done exactly like it was done from the factory. They actually supply these really nice fiberglass fenders with these moldings here, and also this cowl induction style hood, which looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to go kind of do a quick walk around of the exterior, make my way to the engine compartment, and then kind of finish off with the interior. So starting with the outside, it has a metal frame around the windshield there. It's got brand new glass, bikini top. The wipers that you see, those are electric 2-speed wipers. They work beautifully. We show a lot of these features operating in our driving video that we did at the Seekonk Speedway, so make sure to watch that video as well. Everything in this Bronco is in working order. So back to the front end here, it's absolutely flawless. It doesn't have one single chip, it doesn't have one single scratch. It has these custom hood pins here that work really nicely. This whole front of the vehicle, all the way to the edge of the hood and the front fenders, was wrapped with an invisible bra. Atlantic Wraps provided that, and that prevents chips and things like that. This is a custom style grille here that was ordered. It's metal. Dennis Carpenter supplied it. It's got Ford written in blue here on the grille, which looks great. It's got these billet style license plate holders, obviously new, brand spanking new trim buckets, and it's got these really nice H4 headlights, stock brand new chrome front bumper. You'll notice on this beautiful paint, which is actually Brittany blue, it's from a 1967 Ford Mustang. They complemented it with this hand painted double pinstripe, which really just added that extra touch of class. Obviously it's got metal hinges. While we're at the front here, you can check out these tires. One thing about these Broncos is sometimes they're too low, sometimes they're too high. This particular Bronco has a great stance. These are custom made 2-piece wheels. It's got M&M lock hubs here, and it also has these really nice brand new BF Goodrich all-terrain TA tires that are 35-inch. It's got chrome mirrors on both sides. The door is absolutely flawless. You can see these gap lines are really nice. You don't normally see that with Broncos. The door handles are brand new. The mirrors are brand new. It's got these billet knobs here. Of course, there's no glass, so it was finished with a custom piece of aluminum that was added here, which looks awesome. These doors open and close beautifully. They're nice and tight. These are metal doors off of a 68 Bronco. Making our way over to the rear quarter again, it's absolutely flawless. It does have this custom gas cap here, which is really nice. Again, sits on these beautiful wheels and tires. Making our way kind of around the back here. Obviously, all this is brand new. It's in flawless condition. Tail lights, the bezels, brand new rear bumper. It's got a custom tire carrier that opens up and swings out really nicely. This has all been treated with Rhino-Liner material that matches. Again, it's a matching full-size spare with tire here. Again, the bikini top, it's held on really tight. It's made out of a nice material here. You can take that off if you desire to. The back of it is, again, in beautiful condition. It's flawless. There's not even a pin-sized chip or anywhere on here. Keep in mind, this vehicle was finished in 2019. It has less than 600 miles on it, so it is a newer build. Some of these things that you'd expect from a newer build. Again, looking at the door gaps here, they're in excellent condition here with these gap lines. Again, metal hinges. It's got a mirror for the passenger side. They open, they close really nice and tight. Again, making our way over to the passenger fender. It's flawless. It doesn't have one single imperfection on it to speak of. It's in beautiful condition. There is actually a tiny little thing there, which is actually in the invisible bra material. So it didn't actually get to the paint, and that's one of the advantages of the front here. I'm going to go ahead and open up the engine compartment here and show you how nice this engine compartment is. You'll notice the entire engine compartment has been treated with the Rhino-Liner material. These are metal inner fenders, and this is a metal brand new front clip, radiator support and everything else. Underneath the hood was all treated to the Rhino-Liner material. It's got these hood pumps on both sides, which work really nice. Again, you don't normally see Broncos done to this level. It's absolutely beautiful. This engine was built by Smith Racing. Rumor has it this motor was built for Jeff Gordon's father-in-law, and then he didn't use it. It sat on an engine stand for many years. The guy who built the Bronco bought it from him and used it for the first time in this Bronco. It's been dynoed at 402 horsepower. It's got a lot of high-end internal components. It has aluminum heads. We put a brand new Edelbrock carburetor on here, Edelbrock intake. It's got a Ford Racing air cleaner. It's got the Ford Racing red wires, electronic ignition system. It's got a custom billet pulley system, brackets and so forth. It does have air conditioning, which I was going to touch base on when we get to the interior. The AC works beautifully. Optima red top battery with a battery cutoff. It even has an aluminum radiator here with an aluminum overfill. Even the horns were painted red to match the wires and the battery. Of course, it has power brakes. It's got long tube headers which flow into a Flowmaster exhaust system. It sounds awesome. The engine is coupled to a C4 automatic transmission that's got a mild shift kit with a Hughes 2400 stall converter. It's got Dana 44 front axle. It's got a Ford 9-inch rear with a Hendrix locker in it, and it also has Posi 31 spline axles. It's just a really built rear end. So what I'm going to do here is walk over to the interior and show you a little bit about that. What I love about this interior of this Bronco is how not only does the colors match the exterior perfectly, but how tastefully done and designed everything was. It's like the perfect combination of custom features with some originality. Talking about some of the features inside here, it has a custom 6-point roll cage, which was Rhino lined for durability. It was done with Wimbledon white, which is another Mustang color you probably have heard of. And then, of course, everything in this interior is brand spanking new. The dashboard is all custom. It's been painted the same color as the exterior. It's got all these Speed Hut white face gauges with chrome bezels here. It's got this nice billet piece that houses this tilt column that was also painted white. It's got all these billet levers on the column. It's got a Shelby steering wheel. You'll notice the steering wheel is straight, the wheels are straight. It goes down the road really straight. All of the switches on the dashboard are in functioning order. It's got custom vents. These are for the headlights. These are for the electric wipers that are up top here. It even has this chrome rear view mirror. It's got this custom console here. underneath the dash that houses this fuel and air gauge here. Again, it's got air conditioning, which all the knobs are here. It does have this custom console, which is home to the cup holders, cell phone holder. It's got an armrest, it's got storage, and when you flip this up, this is actually where the radio is, which is nicely concealed in there. It's got 6 speakers inside this interior. They're all Rossford Fosgate speakers, Pioneer head unit. There are even tweeters here on the dash as well. It's got a custom emergency brake. The whole floor was covered in the Rhino liner as well, which was painted to match. It looks awesome. The seats are obviously bucket seats. They're all new. They're kind of a two-tone shade of white. It's got seat belts not only in the front, but it also has matching upholstery and seat belts in the back. Once again, this interior is just absolutely awesome. It's one of my favorite interiors I've ever had of any car. One of my favorite things about this vehicle, besides obviously the way it looks in the interior, is how awesome it runs. It's a turnkey vehicle. If anybody has experience with classic vehicles, you know that the higher horsepower you have, sometimes the cars can be more temperamental. This is a vehicle that you literally can turn it off and turn it on, but it still has a lot of power. I'm gonna go ahead and jump inside here, just to show you what I'm talking about. The flick of a key, starts right up. It absolutely purrs like a kitten. And everything in this interior is in working order, from the directionals, to the hazard lights, to all the gauges, to the sound system, to the air conditioning, to the wipers, the horn. Again, it's just an awesome, awesome vehicle. And one other comment that I would like to make, I'll go ahead and shut this off, is the undercarriage is as detailed as the top side is. You got to make sure that you check out all the photos that we've presented. It's really rare to find a Bronco that's as detailed as what this one is. This is a vehicle that you can take to a car show, definitely take home an award with, or you can just jump in it with your family or your friends and just have a great time. That's again why I deemed it the ultimate good time cruiser, because that's what comes to mind when I think about it. What I'm going to do, just to show you one more time, I'm going to turn the key, fire it right up.